Hey guys, I'm Karina.
No.
Oh, I forgot. Hey guys, I'm Eric and Karina.
And I'm Eric without COVID. No,
that's still COVID
I'm not
boy.
COVID boy anymore.
Okay, sure.
Non-COVID boy Eric.
Non-COVID boy Eric. Okay. Right. And it's just us two today. It's been a while since we had an episode, just us two. So, we finally have one.
Welcome to...
And welcome back to the Late Podcast. The law according to Eric.
All
Sorry,
right.
guys. Today you might hear our voices are a little different. I also want to apologize. Our last sound wasn't the best. I tried to, fix it as much as I could. We're trying out new mics, here and there. So today we should get some better ones. Our sound should be better by next time.
Yeah, I ordered some new ones. They haven't come in yet. And we didn't want to delay the episode.
Yeah.
So we'll do our best to speak loudly and make the points. And then hopefully by Friday's episode, we'll be all back in, normal shape.
Yes. So the theme today is baby trapping.
Baby trapping.
Yes.
Okay, help me understand what that means.
So, kind of when a man thinks the woman's going to leave and then he gets her pregnant, or like a woman thinks the man's going to leave so she gets pregnant on purpose?
Yes.
That's what baby trapping is.
Okay, I understand. I thought for a second it was more like, well, I guess it's the same thing, like a woman gets pregnant intentionally.
Yeah, basically,
right? Or like in my day, I don't think it's popular anymore, but back in my day, women used to be on the birth control pill.
There's a lot of those, yeah.
Oh, okay. Because that was it. No, don't worry, I'm on the pill.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you sure? Yeah. So, all right.
Well, I think now it should be worse because now they can be like, "Oh, I have the implant. How are you gonna figure that out?"
I feel like the pill is dated.
Yeah.
But before we do, can I ask you a couple questions?
Sure.
Sorry, I'm lost. Can you give me directions to your heart?
Oh, are these your pickup lines?
Yes, I have a few. Ready? Hey, I'd like to take you to the movies, but they don't let you bring in your own snacks.
That's a good one. That was a good one. Right? It was.
And then, are you ready? No pen, no paper, but you still draw my attention.
I've actually seen that before. Yeah, that one's pretty good.
I'm on a website because
I can see.
Yeah, I didn't make these up myself.
I was thinking about the worst pickup line that's ever been used on me.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm thinking like a true story because I'm just looking these up.
It happened here at the CVS, actually.
Of course it did. Was it a DoorDash driver?
No, he was in there, and I was getting medicine for you.
Okay.
And the guy came up to me and he was like, "Hey, are you a Taurus?" And I was like, "No." And he was like, "I just feel like you're a Taurus. I feel like we'd be really compatible." And he started talking about his and I was like, "I'm not a Taurus." I was like, no." But that was his pickup line. Like, that was his whole pickup line. He went and he was like, "Hey, are you a Taurus?" I guess that's the only other, sign I guess he knew. But that one still makes me laugh to this day. So whoever that guy is, I hope he found someone that, cared enough to be a Taurus or whatever.
He may have. There's probably millions of them out there. He's got it. You can't get them. Hey, look. You could try this 100 times. You only need to hit one.
Exactly.
Right, so
exactly. All right. So, you ready to dive in?
I am, but before... Sorry, there's not a deal. Before we do... When I heard the topic, I wanted to look it up a little bit, but I didn't have a chance. But one of the things I did find, which might be a little different, but I think it's sort of the same genre, is apparently there's a thing now called stealthing.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
Okay. Stealthing, you can look it up too. Stealthing apparently is when... Usually it's like some kind of Tinder hookup or whatever.
Okay.
The male puts on protection and then quietly or secretly removes it.
Oh, I have heard of that. Yeah.
Finishes up and then he's like, "Oh no, I thought you were down," or "I thought you felt me take it out."
I have heard of that. Yeah.
That's called stealthing.
Oh, I didn't know how to name.
Well, so stealthing is probably more like rape and assault.
Around there.
It's not really entrapment in that sense, but
right.
When I'm researching like baby traps and things like that, that's one of the things that came up.
Yeah.
And I wonder, I got to be honest, I don't really follow like these trends.
Right.
I don't know.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But I wonder how, even as a guy, right, that's really scandalous. That's not okay. That disease, unwanted pregnancies, all sorts of complications can, and apparently this happens a lot.
Yeah.
Like, this is not like a few isolated incidents of people like saying, "Hey, I want to spread the word of what happened to me."
No, there's a lot. These are
people like jump in on these threads and like, "Hey, I can't. This actually happened."
Yeah.
Right. And some actually got HIV. Some got pregnant. The one with HIV, I cannot imagine the guy didn't know.
He had to.
Because I've read criminal cases where people were charged back before there was treatment.
Yeah.
Right, where they were charged with like murder. an assault because they knew they had this deadly virus and they intentionally had unprotected sex.
Exactly.
That's what that reminded me of, too, like, kind of crazy. So, there you go.
All right. Ready for the first one?
I am.
So the first one, I guess it's to see how you'll take it. I took it as baby trapping. I wanted to see your opinion. The title is, Am I the Asshole for Calling Out My Kid's Future Stepmom for Treating Me Like a Surrogate? Okay.
Huh.
I, 29 female, dated a guy, we'll call him Joe, 30 male, for 3 months before he left me to go back to his ex, Kim, 30 female.
Okay.
Right after we broke up, I found out that I was pregnant and I am now 24 weeks. I let him know and he was ecstatic. Turns out his girlfriend had fertility issues and would likely never be able to get pregnant naturally, and he has always wanted to be a father. Getting back together was out of the question for both of us, so he's still with his girlfriend. Joe was only allowed at the initial appointment because of COVID-19, and we found out that I was having twins. According to Joe, when he told Kim, she had a mental breakdown about her infertility and wanted to talk to me. I met them at their house and Kim stated that she wanted to be involved in my pregnancy because she would eventually be the children's stepmom. She started telling me that I needed to do a home birth, that I needed to formula feed so they could have the babies half of the week, and that she wanted 1 boy and 1 girl, and that she wanted the kids to call her mama since they would be calling me mommy. I shut her down and said I would make the best choices for my children and my body, and I left. Kim continued to be overbearing and texting me every day about my eating habits, exercise habits, and bitching about how her job would not let her take maternity leave. At the virtual genetics counseling appointment, she attended instead of Joe and took over the whole meeting trying to talk about her family history, which wasn't relevant. When it came time for my 20-week level 2 scan, they allowed me 1 guest and Joe suggested I take Kim instead of him, which I refused to do. Joe did end up coming and he found out the gender because I wanted to keep it a secret from me so I could throw a gender reveal party later. I put a pregnancy announcement on my social media and then she put up an announcement saying that they were expecting twins the non-traditional way and how blessed she was. I was irritated, but I kept my mouth shut. Then she threw a gender reveal party and posted it on social media. I wasn't even invited. She also announced that she will be having a baby shower. I commented on her post and told her to stop treating me like a surrogate and that the kids weren't even hers. And that Joe, honestly, didn't even have any claim or custody of the kids until they're born. I then called Joe and reiterated all of this and stated that I would not be seeing either of them until we all went to family court and then that my mother would be my birthing partner and not them. He and Kim and some of her friends are saying that I'm the asshole, and her mother even called me and insisted I give her one of my babies, like in the Parent Trap.
Really?
Am I the asshole?
No. Lucinda's not the asshole.
You know what I think happened here? I think that he went and got someone pregnant on purpose because he wanted kids and his girlfriend couldn't give it to him. That's what I thought it was. That's how I saw it. I saw it as baby trap. Like,
maybe, but the overbearingness.
That's even worse. Yeah.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
And having her mom call like, yo, you need to give us one of the babies. Fuck, this isn't like, you're not splitting like a poker pot.
Exactly.
Are you kidding me?
Exactly.
Oh, fuck no.
And telling her, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to eat this. No.
In fact, if you're asking, okay, let me just answer that question. Is Lucinda the asshole? No.
Lucretia is.
Whatever, right.
No, I'm saying Lucinda's not the asshole.
Kim's her real name, so we'll just use it. I'm positive of that. Yeah. So, Kim is more than just an asshole. This is beyond controlling and manipulative.
Yeah.
Literally trying to steal the joy of birth and pregnancy. Not that birth is a fun experience.
But like that was her own thing, right?
Yeah, this is like her children that she's carrying to term. The idea that she may be the stepmother, by the way, that's not a guarantee.
No, that isn't, yeah.
Right. But the fact that she may be, that's it. She's the stepmom. She will not get custody. They will not get custody.
Exactly.
Especially if Lucinda's mom is involved and she has a support system.
Yeah.
One thing boyfriend Joe can plan on is paying child support.
For sure.
You count on that.
For sure.
And in fact, if I were Lucinda, I would fight to keep sole custody.
Yeah.
And keep those kids away from this fucking lunatic. Do you know, you're probably, oh my God, this is going to be so funny because you're so much younger. There was a movie called Fatal Attraction.
I've heard the name. Okay. I haven't watched it.
It came out a long time ago. But basically, husband slips and has like a one-nighter with a coworker.
Okay.
His wife is like the good mom at home. The coworker's like the flashy blonde.
Right.
Very stereotypical. Mm-hmm. Stars Michael Douglas.
Okay.
Glenn Close, and I think Jeannie Triplehorn is the other one. But anyway, Michael Douglas is the most famous.
Yeah.
Anyway, turns out that this bitch is psycho, right? And just starts invading their lives, showing up at events, like pretending like to not know that they're,
oh
like
my
that
God.
and then like she breaks into their house and like she boils the kid's rabbit out of spite because he tries to break it off. That's what's going to happen here. This fucking bitch is going to boil someone's rabbit.
Yeah.
Okay? Or something else destructive. That this is so alarming in so many ways.
The fact that she had a gender reveal, knowing
I know, it's like
all of it,
non-traditional. What the fuck? You know
what? What made me mad is that she hadn't had her gender reveal yet. She didn't know what the babies were, and she went and had it before.
Yeah, she ruined it.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, you know what's non-traditional, bitch? You're not pregnant. That's the non-traditional.
Exactly.
Like,
you're not adopting.
Yeah, stop.
You're not pregnant.
Right.
No.
Stop. I understand and appreciate that hubby Joe, boyfriend, whatever, wants his own kids.
Yeah.
But those don't make them yours.
No.
It's harsh.
That makes me feel like she's like, yeah, go and see who you can get pregnant. I feel like she was behind this.
They would almost have been better off. Actually, maybe they don't have the money. They could have hired a real surrogate.
Yeah.
Like, didn't Kardashian use a surrogate for some of the kids? Like,
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. There are women out there that will carry a child for you.
Exactly.
They're not cheap.
Exactly.
But if that's really what you want this family and you want...
You could adopt, too. There's a lot of kids.
Yeah. You want Karen to be involved? I mean, that's what you do.
Yeah.
Right? If you don't want to adopt, if you want it to be your own genetic child, at least,
make a little, what do they call it? The bowl babies?
Yeah, right. The test tube.
Yeah.
But don't try to gaslight your fucking baby mama, ex-girlfriend. No. Fuck no.
No.
And the only thing by the way, girlfriend is a 7.5 out of 5 dingleberry.
Wow. Okay. Kim got that 7.5. Yeah.
That's right. Karen. Way too much. Okay? Way too much.
Yeah.
Boyfriend's a 4 dingleberry for going along with any of this and kind of pushing it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The only reason he's not more is because they are actually his kids.
Right? Those are his kids.
And he should be supportive.
If he did do this a baby trap to her, though, that is a 5.
100%.
But if it was really an accident she got pregnant, I'll give him a 4.
I might give him a 4.5 because I forgot for a second that he sent her to, like, the baby class or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
How the fuck do you do that?
Yeah.
And you know what? Kudos to Lucinda. How fucking brave and tolerant do you have to be?
To go through all of this.
I'm just telling you, okay? If my current girlfriend is pregnant by some other dude... And he's the one that comes to, like, our baby classes instead of whatever.
Imagine. Yeah.
Look at that. Are you kidding me?
I know.
My fucking God.
I know. I was like, this one is crazy.
Okay, she would find fucking rat poison in her cereal.
Yeah.
Like, bullshit.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Right? And I would keep her as far away from these fucking twins.
Yeah.
And if she wants to split them, like the mom says you should split them up.
Give her one then.
Right. By the way... it's hard for me to believe that people don't know about the special bond that
twin telepathy. Yeah.
All right. There's all sorts of names for it, but that's true. There is a special bond. You do not separate twins.
No.
You shouldn't separate any sibling like that for that reason.
But especially twins, because they can feel it.
And by the way, what are you going to trade them up every other weekend?
Exactly.
Exactly. This is so. Good first pick, but fuck.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
All right. I can't even. Ridiculous.
All right. Next one.
All right.
Story number 2 is titled, Found Out My Sister Was Poking Holes in My Condoms. He's not sleeping with his sister. I would like to say that before that.
Okay, thank you. I was going to say
No.
No.
Wow. She's not sleeping with him. No.
It's just like a practical joke?
No. Basically. So she said... So this is all bizarre at the moment, but for starters, she is 15 and I am 26. I'm an hour drive away from my parents' house, and I rarely see her, so every now and then I take her for sleepovers at my house. So he just goes, picks up his sister, lets her sleep there for a while.
She's 15?
Yeah.
I guess. She's having sleepovers with Big Brother?
Yeah, I guess.
And he's a bachelor?
No, he has a girlfriend, I think. Yeah, he has a girlfriend.
I see. Okay.
She said, and yesterday we were watching TV, and she suddenly says she wants to say something dumb. And she basically told me that she has poked holes in my condoms because my girlfriend was annoying her. I didn't exactly know what to say. My girlfriend was at work at the time, but I bet you if she was home, she would probably beat my sister up. I didn't even know she knew what condoms were. Sounds stupid, yes, but I didn't think my parents would bother even telling her.
By the way, I'm sorry. Parents don't have to tell 15-year-olds.
Exactly.
I mean, if only there was a device where you could just look up everything.
In high school, there'd be condoms on the floor.
I mean, come on now.
Exactly.
But okay.
He said, it's the morning now and she's gone and I threw away all the condoms, but I'm awfully worried that if my girlfriend is pregnant and if she is, I'm not sure what to tell my parents or my girlfriend. What am I supposed to say? Sorry, my sister poked holes in my condoms? My parents are not really the type to give a fuck either, so I can't really tell anyone, but the people here. So here's my long rambling rant. It's over. Please give me advice on what to do. What would Eric do, I guess, in this one?
Well, I think... This is a tough one.
It's your sibling, right?
Right, and that is perhaps one of the most fucked up things to do.
Yeah.
There's a couple of red flags here which make me feel like this isn't the sharpest knife in the drawer. I mean, boyfriend.
Right.
Okay. Most condoms, unless you're literally like in 1974, have spermicide gel in the base.
Exactly.
So even if you poke little holes, there's still like, okay, the spermicide that should kind of do away with that. Mm-hmm. That's number one. Number two, while I'm sure it is possible to impregnate from that, I don't think it's that likely.
Right.
Number three,
depending on how long she's doing
it. I don't know. Right. And then number three, and maybe this is what Billy ought to say, is he needs to sit down and like, yo, listen, look, I need to talk to you. The last time we did it, everything's fine, but I noticed it looked like there might have been a slight tear.
Yeah.
Don't throw the sister under the bus. Yeah. Because if it ends up being no pregnancy, you're going to ruin that relationship.
They're never going to get along, ever.
She'll never be allowed back there. Mm-hmm. And then if they actually go further and get married, okay, just shit happens.
Yeah.
Okay, I was a teenager once. I had rubbers break.
Yeah.
Especially when you're young, you kind of keep them for a long period of time unless you need them. Like, you know.
Right.
As much as I hate to admit it, I didn't need them all that often when I was like 14.
And you keep them in your wallet, right? You sit on your wallet all the time.
Yeah. So, you know, you could easily just say, look, it happens, you know, let's just get you tested and make sure. And no matter what the outcome, I'm here with you. And okay, that's all.
Exactly.
That's how I would handle that.
Yeah, me too.
Don't. And especially, again, and if there is a pregnancy, it's going to make it a million times worse if you throw her under the bus after that. Just take the hit, pal.
Exactly. All right. Story number 3.
All right.
Title is, my husband, male 35, thinks I, female 32, baby trapped him despite the baby being planned. Help. All right. My husband and I have been married for 7 years now. He lived next door and we just kind of clicked. It was kind of like a fairy tale. One thing I have always thought made our marriage so strong was our friendship with each other and our trust in one another. Although now my husband seems to think otherwise. Recently, my husband found out that his friend, Geoff,
Jeff.
Geoff.
Yeah, that's a douchey way of spelling it. It's like the French way.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, Jeff.
Okay.
Geoff.
Jeff.
Whatever.
Well,
stupid.
Jeff has been baby trapped. Basically, Jeff's wife stopped taking the pill and fell pregnant a few months into the relationship and only came clean after the wedding. Jeff came from a very conservative family, which his wife knew, and so he felt obligated to marry her after the pregnancy. Unfortunately, he also now feels obligated to stay regardless of the clearly messed up dynamic because he feels that he has made a vow and will stick by his wife and child. My husband, for some reason, has been really rattled by this. I am currently 4 months pregnant with our first, and my husband asked me yesterday if I was trying to baby trap him. I first laughed because I honestly thought it was a joke. He was dead serious and doubled down, so I told him that we have already been married for 7 years and a baby was not going to trap him any more than he already was. My husband did not like that answer and said that there was no time limit on baby trapping and that my intentions were clearly not pure given how I was acting as if his concerns were a joke. He said he had trusted me in the past, but me laughing in his face gave him no reason to trust me now. I did not really know what he wanted or how I was meant to respond, and I said we should talk about this in the morning. Today I woke up and my husband was gone, but I did have a nasty text from his brother saying that I had forced my husband into this pregnancy, despite it having been a joint decision. My husband is MIA and not responding to our calls or texts, and now I am wondering how on earth to go forward. Any advice is appreciated.
I have no idea what to say. Honestly, that's a really weird... I mean, maybe the husband's getting cold feet in some way.
Maybe, but like you planned this baby, like she said, the baby was planned,
and he's not going any place. I mean, he said she's
7 years.
Yeah, he's sticking by. I've known people that, for whatever reason, have gotten convinced of something,
right?
And you just cannot talk them down. They'll watch a weird documentary or something will get in their ear. That's honestly, I hate to say this, that's a sign of mental instability.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
When it's almost like the guy that was like, look, if I'm going to adopt these kids, I want a DNA test.
To prove they're mine. I forgot about that.
Like, yo, Lucinda, we planned for this child, but you trapped me into doing it. But you trapped me,
exactly.
Yeah, right.
We've been married 7 years, but this is a trap for me to stay with you after 7 years.
Right. Now, the only other potentially plausible explanation would be if they had a big fight or one of them was like cheating or something major happened. Right. And he's like, you know what? You fucking did this on purpose because you knew I was going to leave you.
Exactly.
And now I understand. But
that's why.
Without more information.
Yeah.
And I'm saying she didn't say anything like that.
Yeah.
So I'm just speculating.
Right.
Otherwise, he cray-cray.
Yeah. I mean, that's just crazy. It's like, what?
I mean, that's just dumb.
I don't think there's anything you really can do to convince him at this point, though.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes people just they go down these rabbit holes and they just get convinced. You know, like the COVID vaccine tracking chips and shit like that. Like
right.
People, like, they just get to a point, and it's absolutely irrational, and it cannot be true.
No, yeah.
Especially in this situation where it's discussed. You know, like, were we just pretending? You know, like, was it one of those what-if conversations? Like, hey, well, what if we have a kid?
Yeah,
I mean, maybe it's that.
Maybe,
right?
maybe that's what he took, and he was like, "Oh shit!" Like, you know, now it's that's baby trapping.
That's what maybe he thought, like that it was more hypothetical.
Maybe,
but then, by the way, why'd you go in raw, Junior? Right? If you thought this was like, not
and why didn't you guys why didn't you have the conversation when she first found out she's pregnant? Right. Now that she's 24 something weeks pregnant, or something like that.
It's like this. Look, if this wasn't planned,
right?
Okay, and this was like one of those hypothetical things,
right?
Why'd you go in raw?
That too.
Or why'd you pull out? Why didn't you pull out?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, like all these baby trap things, it does take two to tango.
Yeah.
Again, and we may have some of these, like if it was like a straight lie, like, look, I can't have kids.
Right.
I had a hysterectomy, or I had a botched abortion, or I'm on the pill. That's different.
Exactly.
But this is the kind of thing where it's like, yo, all the cards are on the table. This is a married couple. They should know.
Exactly.
And, you know, so... Yeah, I feel like he something's
going on. Yeah.
Something switched on him. Like a switch was flipped.
Something happened, for sure.
Otherwise, seriously, he just needs help.
Yeah.
Like, get him a therapist. Get somebody to talk to him.
Something.
Because the last thing, I hate to say it, Lucinda, you don't want to bring a kid into this world if he's being resented by his father.
That's what I was going to say. His father will resent him, or just always be like, that's, you know.
Yeah, and the kid will feel that. Right. The kid will feel that.
Yeah.
So do yourself and your unborn child a favor.
Exactly.
Try to help this guy get to the bottom of this weird obsession or whatever this is.
Exactly. All right. Story number 4.
All right.
Title is, my fiance took my birth control pills and stabbed holes into condoms to try and get me pregnant.
Oh, okay.
I'm in my late 20s and I got engaged with my fiance, 29, who I've been with for 9 years now. 20.
Okay, I got it. For a second, I thought, all right. No. All right, all good. That's all legal. Go ahead.
Our relationship has never really been tested and we get along really well. But recently he brought up that he wants kids. I said no, I'm not ready and I probably won't be for another couple of years. He got really mad and argued with me for a solid 10 minutes. Mind you, this came out of nowhere. I just moved on from it and I didn't give it a second thought. A week later, I couldn't find my birth control pills. They are usually in the bathroom cupboard, but I couldn't find them anywhere. Later that night, he wanted to have sex. I said I couldn't find my birth control pills, and he said it's alright, he'll use a condom. I suppose that was alright, so he went and got one from the bathroom. For the next few weeks, we just used a condom and I didn't take the pill. In hindsight, I should have gotten more when I couldn't find the original pack, but I couldn't be bothered. I know that's on me. On a few occasions, we were having sex, I noticed the condom was split. He clearly noticed all times and didn't say anything, so I told him to stop. The next day, I was putting the recycling in the trash, and as I was putting it in, I see my pills at the bottom. I instantly knew he had binned them. He knows I deal with the trash, so why would he be stupid to just put them in recycling?
Because men don't think.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It all made sense, so I confronted him about the pills and the condoms.
I'm sorry, and we're lazy as fuck. Like, if they live like in an apartment with stairs, he's not walking down to the dumpster like, fuck this.
That's true.
She's not going to dig through the trash, even though she does.
Even though she takes out the trash.
This is right. This is just all bro code right here. We don't want to be bothered with shit.
Exactly.
Okay.
She said it all made sense, so I confronted him about the pills and the condoms, and he couldn't answer me. He just kept walking away. I was so mad at him. It's not right. You can't just force someone to be pregnant just because you want a baby. Does he have to carry it for 9 months? No, I do. I haven't been talking to him, and I'm just so annoyed. I don't know what my options are here. I guess she's asking for it. What would you do?
What would I do?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I can answer this as a guy.
Okay.
I can tell you I wouldn't do that.
Right.
I wouldn't try to intentionally impregnate someone that didn't want to.
Right.
I think that the problem here, because clearly they have no issue doing it raw, she's on the pill. So this is not like an issue about like not having enough sensitivity or feeling pleasure. Because I do know some men, like friends that I've had in the past, where they truly had a very difficult time reaching climax. Mm-hmm. And this one in particular friend tried every like thin whatever the thinnest you can get.
Right.
It never really did it for him. But so this isn't the problem here.
No.
So basically, he's just sneaky.
Yeah.
And it's really kind of underhanded. And again, I like that she's aware and she noticed, right? You don't use fucking scissors, pal. Like if you're going to pin little pinholes.
Yeah.
But again, this is just, I mean, so what would I do? I guess it really depends on how important and close this marriage is. Right? It's absolutely one of the, it's almost at the unforgivable level. You just can't do that. Except we don't know if she's actually pregnant yet or not.
Right.
If she's not, there might be an opportunity to salvage this and like, look, we need to have real help here because you need to learn how to respect certain boundaries. This was not okay. And I would go so far if I'm Lucinda and be like, and look, Billy, by the way, if this happens again and I get pregnant, I'm aborting that child and you and our marriage. Yeah. And maybe that'll talk some, even if she's not serious.
Yeah.
Like,
to scare him a little bit. Yeah.
Because honestly, this is, even though they're a married couple, by the way, you want to hear something crazy? You can look at this up too. In California, it's still on the books. If a couple is legally married, there can be no rape.
Yeah. A lot of states have that, right?
Yeah. So, but this is almost like that, right? This is worse in some ways because it's consensual, but not. But you're having sex for an underhanded purpose.
Exactly.
Right. So
I was going to ask though, isn't there some states that it's illegal to poke the condoms or
I don't know,
all of that?
Maybe.
Okay.
It's not an area.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know if it intersects with bankruptcy. I can tell you, but no, honestly, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I could tell you that if I were Lucinda, that would be it. Like, I would make sure I'm not pregnant yet. Oh, and then the other thing, too, that I would do if I were Lucinda, if I really wanted to fuck with Billy back, is I'd get the implant.
Yeah.
Because something he can't see.
Exactly.
And then I would make him feel like he can't get the job done. Like, yo, look, I don't have my birth control. I'm playing Russian roulette with you.
Exactly.
Buddy, you just can't seem to get this done. What the fuck?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? And then she could have great sex for like a year.
5.
Or whatever, however long until you have to take it out or whatever. Yeah. And Billy will just be doubting himself. Now, what'll probably happen is after a few months he'll get a sperm count check. But you know what? It's still always hit and miss. Yeah. So, I mean, if he wants to play underhanded...
She could just be like, I think I'm infertile.
I would do the same fucking thing.
Yeah. Me too.
And then lie. Yeah, I went to the doctor. I'm fine. Ovulation's fine, right? I don't know. Maybe your sperm just don't make it. It's a long swim.
Exactly.
You know,
it's a long swim. Your swimmers aren't Olympians, buddy.
Weak, right. There's a difference between Michael Phelps and the fucking kid at the pond.
There is.
Right?
There is, exactly.
These little tadpoles may just not be, what can I tell you? That's what I would do. I swear, I would fuck with them right back. Of course, this is a recipe to break up this marriage, but at least if this guy's already at that level...
If it got to that point, they broke up the marriage, and then she gets to someone else and gets pregnant, like, as soon as she's with him, and the guy's really going to doubt himself.
Well, at that point, they're already divorced, I guess.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, I'm not trying to ruin this marriage.
No.
He's already taken a pretty good step.
Exactly.
By being
he's ruining himself.
Yeah, that's a really, really underhanded thing to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, is he the asshole too? Yeah, that's a 5 dingleberry. You just can't do stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right.
This next one, I was actually very surprised in how mature the guy was in this story. So,
okay. That's a switch for you.
Right? All right. My 30 male wife, 29 female, partner of 14 years, lied about taking birth control and got pregnant on purpose.
Okay.
I think what I need help the most with is how to forgive my wife. I'm trying to understand why she would do something like this, and I feel maybe there's a good reason. I think that maybe I could just understand why she did this, then I might be able to get over it. But part of me is afraid that there really isn't a justification. We've been together a very long time, and in that time, I've never had any reason not to trust her, which is why I felt comfortable not wearing condoms. Plus, we've never had any scares before. I was okay with having an oopsie baby if we found ourselves in that 0.01%, but we weren't trying for a baby. She was supposed to be taking her pill, and to my knowledge, she was. Well, we got pregnant. I was surprised when my wife told me, but not upset. We had planned to start trying next year anyways, and I figured that it was meant to happen. We're ready, or as ready as you can be, to have a child, so timing and money was not the issue. Everything was going fine, and our relationship was fine. The baby was/is fine, and then my wife started acting strange a couple of weeks ago. She seemed very unsure if I was happy with things/our relationship, but she couldn't give me a reason on why she was afraid. I told her repeatedly that I was excited about the baby and happy that we were finally doing this together. Nothing I said helped, and I kept getting the same questions from her, but none of it made sense until yesterday. When I got home, I found her sobbing on the couch. I was actually worried because I've only seen her ugly cry like that a handful of times, and none of them were good. I asked her what was wrong, and I could barely make out what she said, so I asked her again. She tells me she's done something terrible and is afraid to tell me, but feels like she has to. She tells me that she's been lying to me, that she was not taking her birth control, and that we did not get pregnant by accident. I didn't really respond. I just went back out to the car and drove around for a few hours. I wasn't really angry, I was hurt, and I didn't really know how to process what she told me. I think what bothered me most, and what still bothers me, is that she just didn't come to talk to me. If it was really bothering her, I feel we could have worked something out and maybe tried sooner. I did go home last night, but I slept in the guest room and I left before she got up. I'm sitting here at work debating whether I should go home or just crash out with friends. I need some help on your advice on how we can move forward from this. What do you think? You think you can move forward from that?
Yeah, I could.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why. Billy, look.
Props to him.
Yeah, at least this was well written.
Yeah, it was really well written, actually, yeah.
Not hard to understand.
Yeah.
We appreciate that.
Yeah.
When is there a date when this post was put up?
No. Well,
like a month?
I'd have to go back to Reddit.
Well, the only reason I'm asking is this. Mm-hmm. And to me, this may make a difference. But if this happened in December,
right,
and they were going to have kids next year anyway after January, so what's really the difference?
Yeah.
Other than there's a trust issue.
I can't find it.
So it doesn't matter. But I'm saying
Yeah.
Yes, there's still this trust issue, this
right.
trust violation. I get all that, and that's the point. Why end your marriage now over something you were going to do anyway? I understand you didn't like how it happened, and what I would do is maybe I would condition my coming home to going to couples counseling to deal with the sort of betrayal that he feels. I think that's not too strong of a word for this. It certainly was sneaky and underhanded, especially if they'd already been planning it. Maybe she just got the baby jitters. Now,
maybe
there's one. I hate to be the pimple on the ass of progress here, but there's one possibility, and that is she got a hookup. That's right. Okay, she fucking panicked.
And she panicked.
And she's like, "Yo, I need Billy in me the next 5 nights in a row." Right?
And stop taking that birth control completely.
And Lucinda, hopefully for you, it wasn't a mixed race adopted sailor, right? Or something like that. But that's the only other reason, because it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Everything else, we planned it. We're financially stable.
We were ready for next year. You know, we were good.
Honestly, I hope that that's not what's going on.
Yeah.
And maybe there's a way to do a low-key DNA test or whatever.
Maybe, swap that baby when she's not there.
Right. But I'm telling you, nothing else, to me, nothing else makes sense.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
Mom might have been, look, Lucinda might have been bored. She might have been swiping left or right on Tinder or whatever.
Right.
And, maybe just let herself go. And the worst part about this, if that's what happened, I bet you this has been happening for a long time.
Yeah.
She just finally,
She slipped or something,
There's an issue about stopping the birth control, That's what I'm saying. It feels like that's more planned.
Well, maybe she, forgot a day, and then she was cheating, and then she, was oh, shit. I'm going to just stop.
Okay, so I don't know enough about how the pill works. If you miss one, if that's enough to throw you off sync. Honestly, I don't know. But
I think it's a possibility, but it's not that big.
Whatever it is, that's the only other logic.
Yeah.
Or she just didn't want to wait, and I guess they had talked about it too much, and she was like, fuck it.
I'm ready now. Let's go.
Do this.
Yeah.
But,
I just want to say props to him. Not a lot of guys would be this okay with it, I feel like, And like he said, I'm not really angry, I'm hurt. And, he has every right to be. I would be angry. You lied to me. But he didn't. He's very mature. I feel like he thought about this thoroughly. He didn't blow up at her. He was just okay, let me think about it. And like he said, he's not going to leave. He just wants to know how to forgive her. So like you said, I feel like couples therapy would be the only way that they could get through this. So.
Yeah, I concur.
All right. This one was crazy, actually.
All right.
Title is, I, male 18, just found out that my father, male 42, baby trapped my mother, female 40, with me. Okay.
Before you get into the whole thing, I'm wondering, because I know you did more of the research on this, how often are men baby trapping women? Because I always thought this would be the other way around.
I think it's a 50-50, honestly.
That to me
that's
is really
crazy.
interesting.
Yeah.
Because remember, growing up in the 80s, that's when I was in my teen years,
right.
You didn't hear about men doing
we
poke holes in our we did everything we could to not get
Yeah.
So that to me, that's really interesting. But all right, go ahead. So let's hear this craziness.
All right, it's a little long, so stay with me, but it's a good one.
That's all right. I'm with you.
All right. I grew up thinking my mother had abandoned us. That is what he always told me. He told me my mother packed up and left us when I turned 2. I grew up to resent her and hate her, mainly because I saw how my father was working super long hours to make ends meet. I hated how my grandma basically had to raise me, and when I would ask her about my mother, she would paint a picture of a bitter, spiteful, hateful, spoiled, entitled woman.
Damn.
I felt very justified in my anger and hate for her. That's what my family told me, and I had absolutely no reason to doubt them. Well, a few weeks ago, I found her on social media while I was at my boyfriend's house, and I was so fucking mad. She was out there living her best life. She's a cook in a Michelin star restaurant. She travels, has a huge apartment, and apparently is married to a gorgeous man. In a fit of rage, I DM'd her, cursing her out for abandoning me to live in her frivolous life and that karma would come to get her. She obviously saw it, and instead of going off on me, she just asked me to meet her and that she felt like I had the right to express my anger to her in person and that she owed me that much. I was starstruck because my father said she never stood for consequences of her actions. Without telling anyone, I agreed. She invited me to this amazing restaurant. She paid an Uber for me and everything. It was very awkward at the beginning, and I kept berating her. I was angry. I even cried a little. She just sat there and took it all in. I then asked her why she abandoned me. And she asked, do you really want to know the whole story? It is not nice, and you will not like it, but I am ready to be the bad guy in your head forever. To just keep my distance if that's what you want. I kept pressing, and she told me the real story. She told me that my father and her met shortly before ending university. At that time, my mother had said she did not want to stay in that university's town. A few months after dating my father told her that his landlord was evicting him because the apartment was needed for immediate family use. She offered him to stay while she found something else. Months passed and he was not doing anything. She got a job offer in another country, and she told him he could either take over the apartment or come with her. They had a huge fight where my mother told him that she was not ready for any type of commitment that he wanted. She wanted different things in life than him, and that as much as she loved him, they were not compatible. They stayed living together, and then one day she found out she was pregnant. She told me honestly that she was thinking of not having me. She did not feel ready to be a mom at 22. She did not feel maternal feelings, and she says she was already struggling with depression and late diagnosed ADHD. My father convinced her to have me. He said he would take me because he had a right to me, that he would go after her because that baby was also his. So she had me. She said that after the birth was really bad. My father was dragging out the legal procedures and he refused to vacate the home. My mother said that while she felt love for me, that there were moments she felt overjoyed, it was overshadowed by huge waves of suicidal ideation. She was scared that she was going to hurt herself or even worse, me. She also showed me some of the court documents at the time that backed up her claims. In the end, she was so desperate that she agreed to stay with my father if he agreed to be the main caretaker. But he only did that half-assed. My mother then told me that it got so bad, she even was committed into... I lost it. She was committed after my father admitted to having tampered with her birth control. She showed me the papers of the involuntary 72-hour commitment and legal documents where she was found to be an unfit parent. I felt nauseous after all of that. I would have not believed her hadn't she brought so much evidence with her. She then asked me what I meant in my message, that we were struggling. I told her that we were not exactly rich, but I was struggling to come up with money to go to school in another city. She was bewildered and asked me what my father had been doing with the monthly payments that she was making. I told her that we didn't receive any money. She then took out another stack of papers. Guys, she was sending child support every month. It's almost $3,000 every month.
Wow.
She was only court mandated to pay me $1,500, but she doubled it out of her own will. She wants to. She was very concerned about this, and she told me she would talk to see if I could get that money directly. In the end, she apologized to me. She is very sorry to have put me through this, and she was very sorry for not being stronger, and she was very sorry for letting me grow up the way I did. My father wasn't home when I got home, so I went straight to bed and left early the next morning. I am now staying with my partner, but I feel like my whole life is a lie. What do I do from here? Do I confront my dad?
Yes.
That's an insane... I told you, that one was crazy.
Yeah, you do. Especially if mom's been sending support all these years and you don't have so much as a penny for college.
Exactly. Exactly. And he made her seem like the worst person out there.
So let me just say, I'm not justifying or defending. I understand why he would do that because he's the one raising this child.
Right.
And that household needs to stay, somewhat copacetic.
Right.
So you can't just be like, look, I'm the dick, your mom was a saint.
Right.
I fucked this all up and now you're stuck with me.
Right.
Fuck off.
Right.
And by the way, the fucking support your mom sends every month goes half up my nose, half to hookers. Mm-hmm. Right? No. You can't do... So I understand why he did that.
Right.
For the continuity of the household and all that.
Yeah.
But at this point, right? Yeah, he needs to come clean with dad, and maybe needs to give mom a chance at the very least. Have some
relationship, some friendship, something. Right. Yeah,
and it may not be traditional mother-child, that kind of thing. And try very hard to not focus on the school problem, because some people will even unintentionally sort of leech off of that person to get what they need and not realizing when they're doing it or using them. Try to be open-minded. Give her a shot. The fact that she was willing to put all this out there.
She was willing to be the bad guy still, if you don't want to hear what happened.
Well, not really. Because nobody says that expecting the person to be like, yeah, okay, fine.
Never mind. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So that was sort of her way of being able to say later, like plausible deniability, like, look, I offered to not say anything.
I offered a way out.
But that was, that's like me saying, like, Karina, I got a secret. What is it? I can't tell you. You really want me to tell you? Right? Like, you sure?
Yeah.
I mean, if I do, right? That's all that was.
Exactly.
So I'm not giving mom credit for that, but I am giving her credit for bringing back up.
Yeah.
For showing, like, look, this is real.
I did all of that. I have receipt. Right. I have evidence. Everything. All of that happened. She came prepared.
And I've been sending money for you every month. Mm-hmm. So definitely I would bring this to dad.
Yeah.
And I would make sure that my college got covered. I don't give a fuck what happens.
Exactly.
Dad, take a fucking loan.
Exactly.
You take my student loan.
Exactly.
I don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Legally, is there anything that they could do?
No.
No?
Because when the child's a minor, the guardian or the parent is supposed to use it. Look,
right, correct.
I got the same concerns.
Yeah.
With what I'm agreeing to pay on child support.
Right.
But it's okay.
Right.
But my point is that there's not much you can do.
Yeah.
You have to leave things up to the judgment of the custodial parent.
Okay.
But that raises this huge point, because what if the feeling of poverty isn't limited to just this?
Right.
What if there were nights where he's like, yo, Billy, we can't go out to the movies and I can't give you allowance.
Exactly.
No McDonald's for you, right? I'm sorry. Right, I'll make you something.
It's like, where was that $3,000 going a month when she was only supposed to pay you $1,500?
That's why I'm saying, not even that. Where'd the $1,500 go?
Yeah, where did that go then? Yeah.
I would almost be more forgiving if dad took the bonus part.
Yeah.
It's like, look, but
it was ordered this much. This is your order.
And honestly, I may have done something like that if I were in that position. Like, not that scandalous, but what I would do is I'd be like, okay, the $1,500 a month she's supposed to send, I'm going to put that away. Right. And then the other extra $1,500, I'm going to use that as if that's what she's sending.
And if he always would have kept saving that, she would have had a college fund.
A lot.
Exactly.
Okay? $1,500 a month, you're talking about $15,000 a year.
Exactly.
Right. Times 20 years, you get $300,000.
Yeah.
18 years, whatever.
Yeah.
You get $250,000, whatever.
Exactly.
Are you kidding me?
Exactly. And so he blew through that.
Man, Billy could go to Harvard.
Billy could go anywhere he wanted.
Yeah,
exactly.
So I would definitely kind of bring that up,
Yeah.
I don't know, because I don't know enough about family law. Like, I don't know if there's any legal grounds to do anything for the support or whatever. Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think it's worth bringing up to dad, and I would let mom, back in my life.
Yeah.
I would want to know more about her now. It sounds like she's actually a pretty interesting person.
She does. Yeah. She made a life for herself.
Yeah, travels, and she's a Michelin star chef.
Yeah.
Chef at a Michelin star restaurant. And she's clearly lived internationally. I mean, she might be a wealth of knowledge.
Exactly. All right. Next one.
All right. That was a good one.
Right. All right. Title of this one is, I caught my girlfriend trying to baby trap me.
See, there it is.
So as the title says, my girlfriend, now ex, tried to trap me yesterday. I came on her boobs and she ran into the bathroom. I came in to help her wipe off, and I found her taking a paper towel, wiping the cum, and putting it in her vagina. I asked her what she was doing, and she had nothing to say. I knew she has a period app, so she always knows when to expect it. So I went on her phone last night on her period app and saw that she's 14 days behind her period when her period was due. And it says her fertility is high. I'm freaking out. I don't know what to do, and what are the odds that she'll get pregnant? I heard sperm can't survive air, but I don't know. Someone help.
Okay. I honestly don't know.
I don't either.
How long it can survive.
I've never heard it can't survive air.
I don't know, but I'm just saying, if Lucinda did this within seconds, and I don't know, maybe.
Exactly.
I read there was I can't remember his name, but there was an NBA player.
Right.
They got trapped kind of where he actually was having sex with a fan or one of the groupies or whatever. Finished in a condom. She's like, yo, let me take it off and clean you up. And then she ran in the bathroom and drained it into herself. Mm-hmm. that's how she got like the support, that NBA money.
Right. Oh, I thought you were going to tell the other story. It was a rapper, I think, that he also, had sex with someone, wasn't together with them. He went and he threw away the condom, right? He threw it away.
She dug it out of the trash.
She dug it out and then poured it into herself, and then it started burning. What she didn't realize is that he put hot sauce in the condom because he knows women would do that because he's so, famous. And she tried to sue him for that, and everyone was like, you have really no grounds.
That's funny.
Yeah.
No, I actually didn't hear that one.
Yeah.
It's smart.
Yeah.
Actually, but I've heard, kind of thing like when somebody's famous or wealthy. I don't know the story here.
Right.
What the deal is, but that's really, really fucked up.
Yeah.
And the fact that they've already broken up, he says, now my ex, I get it. I don't know what else you can do. Like, what would Eric do? Probably the same thing.
Exactly.
Again, this is hard. These are hard to answer because instinctually you're like, you know what? Bye, bitch.
But it's like there could be a baby there.
Not just that, but you don't know how long they've been together.
That too.
Right? What if she was just really longing for something? Right? She needed whatever. Maybe she's going through some mental things herself. I don't know.
Exactly.
I hate to say it because I don't want to excuse like very obviously bad behavior. Right? And the other thing he could have done, I hate to say this, but Billy, if you're going to do that and you're going to finish on her boobs, fucking rub it in.
Exactly.
Smear it everywhere.
Exactly.
Don't leave clumps so that she can just pull it off. No. Just fucking grind it in.
I know.
I can give that advice to others. I myself could never physically do that with my bare hands because you know how I am about that. But anyway, but the point is, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
Like I would just make sure that this is like not reusable.
Yeah. Not reusable because obviously, this scars people for life. Like imagine seeing that. He's never going to trust a woman ever. Like he's like, no, like they're all going to baby trap me now.
Yeah, that's really, I'm wondering if there's something special about this guy or if he's,
I don't know,
well off or he's got a big inheritance coming one day. There's got to be something going on.
Maybe.
But, all right, but that's just so blatant and obvious.
Yeah. All right. Next one. My mother-in-law tampered with my birth control. Oh, they were delivered. The mics were just delivered, guys.
Got an email. We just got them.
All right. Well, we'll just finish this one off without, that's for next time.
Right.
Title is, my mother-in-law tampered with my birth control, resulting in me getting pregnant 3 months postpartum.
Say that again?
Yep. My mother-in-law tampered with my birth control, resulting in me getting pregnant 3 months postpartum.
So she had a child and got pregnant 3 months later with a second one?
Yep.
Because
of mother-in-law.
Husband's mom fucked around?
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah.
D-A-Y-U-M.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a long one too, but it's a good one.
All right. Hit me.
My husband, 22 male, and I, 20 female. Young too.
So fucking the bitch is 20, she's already got one kid?
She's having two now.
The husband's 22?
Yeah, she's 20.
Are they lottery winners? Like, how the fuck are they? Like, are you kidding?
Exactly.
Do they live at home? Is that what's happening here? All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I have this habit. I'm sorry.
It's okay. All right.
This is startling.
I know.
Like when you hear the ages, but okay.
They welcomed our daughter into the world 18 weeks ago. She's a darling baby and really pretty, easy for a newborn. Except for one, she wasn't a son. She was perfect, except for one thing, she wasn't a boy. Okay. My in-laws were obsessed with the idea of having a boy, to the point that they denied she was a girl up until the moment she was born. Why? Because the bloodline follows the father. If you don't have a son, our family name will die out, because your daughter will marry a man and carry on his bloodline. So girls don't really count. The day they came to visit in the hospital, my in-laws asked when we would be trying for another baby. We just kind of laughed it off, but my mother-in-law got more insistent, straight up telling us, y'all need to try for a boy. Over the next month or two, the conversation about us having another baby sort of tapers off into little comments every now and then.
Do they fucking live with their in-laws? Is that what's happening?
I think so, maybe.
Okay, because how much fucking nattering is this mom doing?
Exactly. I had no, she doesn't. No, she doesn't.
Okay.
I had no problem ignoring them, and we already told them it wasn't happening, so I just let it run off my back. Around this time, mother-in-law started coming over daily for a few hours to watch the baby for me so that I could sleep, and also occasionally clean up a bit for me.
Oh, that was kind.
Right. Supposedly, right? She'd be unsupervised anywhere from 1 to 4 hours. Fast forward to present day. 2 days ago now, my husband poured me a mixed drink, and when he brought the cup to my lips, I got hit with the paranoid and panicked feeling. I immediately put the cup down and insisted I take a pregnancy test. Sure enough, it came back positive. We waited until the next morning. We took a digital test again, positive. Based on the test, I should have been at least 6 months 6 weeks along, my bad. After getting over the initial shock, we were excited but confused for several reasons. We hadn't been able to get hormonal birth control, so we'd been using condoms and lube to make sure they didn't tear. So we weren't sure how we'd gotten pregnant, but we were happy with the news, I guess. We decided we wouldn't tell anyone because we didn't want another baby stampede from his family, but I'm incredibly close with my sister-in-law, so I decided to tell her after swearing her to secrecy. When I told her, her eyes got wide and started to water and asked me if I was serious, and I said I was sure. I told her I know my husband and I are young, but between us, we make more than enough to support another baby. Sister-in-law bursted into tears and started to apologize over and over. Meanwhile, I sat there with my mouth hanging open and lost. She calms down a bit and through her tears tells me that my mother-in-law had been poking holes in our condoms pretty much since we came home from the hospital. She claims mother-in-law told her she did it, but she thought that she was just spouting shit because she was just upset we didn't have a boy. And suddenly everything clicked into place. That's why the condoms didn't work even though we were careful with them. That's why she would always shoo me off to sleep while I was around. And that's why she was doing when she was cleaning my house, snooping for our condoms. And she knew I wasn't on birth control because I remember complaining to her about how my OB went on maternity leave and I wasn't able to find another one that took my insurance. I'm so angry, I don't know what to do. I want to go right over to her house and tear her a new one so bad. I can smell my tires burning in the blacktop. I'm so illogically angry at sister-in-law for not telling me. How could you think this was a joke when she was so specific about everything she was going to do? Why didn't you warn me? I would have put my condoms in my room. I'm livid with my mother-in-law, but I'm pleased with this pregnancy, but it wasn't my choice. It wasn't even an accident. It was her meddling because she didn't get the golden grandson that she wanted. I don't know how to handle this, but I want to scorch the earth, but I still don't want his family knowing that I'm pregnant. What would you do here?
That's almost impossible to answer. Because if she doesn't abort, they're gonna find out.
Exactly.
And because some people already know, what does she do? I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like she's sort
say she miscarried, man.
I mean, that's all she can say.
That's all you
right?
can
she
do.
Kind of painted herself in this corner.
Yeah.
Right, by like, because at first she was like overjoyed, and then she was like, "Oh fuck, I can't believe I got duped." Mm-hmm. But that shouldn't. As much as I hate to say this, that shouldn't change the fact that you were overjoyed.
Yeah.
5 minutes ago, Lucinda, you thought this was just like a divine intervention.
Exactly.
Like
you were like, "Oh, it's okay.
Right,
like, you know, whatever. Fuck it. Yeah."
So it's hard for me to understand. I mean, no, it's not hard for me to understand the anger. But it is a little hard for me to understand how now you're thinking about doing something different.
Exactly. I think it's...
Like, I would go on and have the kid. I would just keep the in-laws out of my life.
I think for her, maybe the fear that it might just be another girl. And, like, she's going to keep doing it, you know?
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, I would be like, okay, look, we're going to have this baby and whatever it is, but say goodbye now.
Exactly.
You're never welcome here again.
Exactly, yeah.
And you'll never be in my house alone again with me or anybody else. And you're never going to babysit.
No.
That's it.
You're never going to be here unsupervised.
And then I would be even more harsh. I'd be like, and you know what? You know, Lucinda-in-law, I hope I do have a boy. And then you never get to see your fucking grandson.
Exactly.
I mean, I hate to say it, that's what I would do. Mm-hmm. What she's going to do, I don't know. But I mean, that's really, I mean, that's so fucked up.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. I was like, that one was crazy.
Damn.
Okay. So, I have 3 stories, and then you can pick 2 for the last 2.
Okay.
Okay, I'll give you the titles.
All right.
1, got baby trapped and now I'm scared. I, 25 male, will resent my son. 2, I, female 32, just discovered my husband, male 44, baby trapped me 11 years ago and has a pattern of reproductive coercion. Or 3, my husband finally admitted to baby trapping me. What are the 2 you want?
I mean, they all kind of sound the same, right? I would maybe go with like 1 and 3.
Okay.
Well, no, 1 sounded very generic.
Okay. So the 1 was just that he was scared that he's going to resent his son.
Yeah, I mean, okay. I mean,
or do you want to do the other one?
No, we'll do that first one. That's going to be a simple one because he's an idiot if he thinks that. But okay.
Okay. To be honest, I was still undecided if I ever wanted kids when I was with my ex. But I was leaning more on the side of not wanting them. I was always upfront with my ex about it. She said she feels the same and probably didn't want them either. A year later, all she was talking about was baby stuff. We'd be at Target and she'd stop to look at the infant aisle saying how cute the outfits look. Then she would really start pushing it that we should start thinking about having a baby. I told her no, I'm not sure. Well, 5 months later, it happened. She confessed she stopped taking her birth control because she really wanted a baby. Then, when I started pushing her to find out what else she was lying about, she admitted to poking a few holes in some of the condoms I had in my room when she'd spend the night. Believe me, I fucking flipped on her. That was the end of our relationship and I still hate her for tricking me. The thing is, my family pushed me that I still needed to be involved because my son is innocent. As much as I hate my ex, I was there for all the ultrasounds, when my son was born, everything. I hate to admit this, but I still don't feel like I became a father. The only thing that came to my head was, this is life for now. He's almost 11 months and I still feel that way. I'm tired and frustrated all the time. He barely sleeps through the night. He cries the second you put him down, even if you've been holding him for an hour. Sometimes, when I'm on my way home, I stay parked in my car because I'm not ready to be home yet and deal with the chaos. I hate that I feel this way, and I hate how tired I am all the time. I'm scared that I'm never going to love him or feel the way a dad should feel about their baby. I try to play with him and take him to the park, just me and him. I put on a fake smile when I'm playing with him, and he's giggling. We do our own stuff together to bond, but all I think about is that I didn't want him. And it makes me feel like shit. I'm a fucking shitty dad and probably a psychopath because what other kind of person doesn't feel love for their kid? I don't want to hurt him or make him grow up feeling like his dad didn't love him. I don't know what to do here. Any advice for anyone who's felt this way?
Yeah. I mean, my advice is grow the fuck up.
Yeah. The baby's already in this world.
Right. What are you going to do, Billy? Right. This idea, like when people say, I don't know, I'm afraid I'm not going to love him. Those are excuses for essentially allowing yourself to be an asshole. Okay. So, and now it's time for you to put your big boy pants on. Whether you were trapped into it or not, doesn't matter anymore. Child's born.
Exactly.
Right? So now you have a choice. You can be the best father you can be, right? And put your personal sort of anxiety aside.
Exactly.
By the way, Billy, in case you didn't know, every new fucking parent goes through the sleepless nights and the waking up and the colicky and the gas and the burps and all that shit. Okay, and that too shall pass, right? And eventually he'll sleep through the night, and and you're gonna have lots of fun when they're in their 3-4-year-old age. Right? And you have a chance to really be a positive influence in this child's life.
Exactly.
So time to stop worrying about yourself and how I'm so tired now. Poor me. Because let me tell you something, Billy. You're not nearly as fucking tired as moms are when they give birth to newborns, and they're the ones doing the breastfeeding, not bottle. And changing and all that, and you think because you have to get up for work and they let you sleep a couple hours but you're still all exhausted. No. Try doing this every 2 hours every fucking day. Okay? So this is almost I knew I was gonna feel this way just from the title.
Right.
But I'm even more aggravated because this is like the most yuppie Gen X or like Gen Z or whatever the fuck it is. Come on. I'm so afraid. I'm not gonna love him. Fuck you.
It's a child. You don't even have to.
The fact that you can articulate that, give me a fucking break.
Exactly.
This is what I mean. People should not take their problems to the internet.
They should not.
What the fuck? What's the Reddit world going to tell you that you can't figure out yourself? Be a dad, right?
But also the mom too. She knew that he didn't want kids.
I get it. But what do you do about that now?
Yeah, now you can't do anything.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe if when she was pregnant, you could have been like, "Yo, Lucinda, time to terminate."
Exactly.
We're not ready. I don't want this responsibility. Or okay, if you're going to do this, you need to let me off the hook.
Exactly.
But you didn't. So guess what? Now you got to deal with it.
Exactly. Now you just have to grow up.
That's it.
Deal with it.
The fuck up. Okay, then put on your big boy pants.
Go be a dad.
That's right. Period.
Go be a dad.
And that's a perfect kind of segue. There's that old saying like anybody can. Everybody can be a father. No, everybody can be a dad, but not everybody can be a father. Whatever they say. Basically, it just means and you can be a sperm donor all you want.
Be present.
It takes a real man to be a father to a child.
Yep.
That's what you need to do. And if you can't do it, stop seeing the kid. Give up rights.
Yep.
Pay every dime you can afford for support. Don't confuse this kid anywhere. That's
exactly. All right. So. Is it going to be husband finally admitted to baby trapping me? Or I just discovered my husband baby trapped me 11 years ago and has a pattern of reproductive coercion?
That one, because that's much more intriguing. Like, what's his pattern?
Okay.
How many babies has he got
I'm
out there?
glad you went with that one. That one was good.
All right.
All right. It says, when I say I just discovered this, I don't mean today, but 2 days ago. Okay.
That was so fucking unnecessary.
I know.
Oh my God. See what I mean, people? It's fucking Reddit. Reddit doesn't need to know that, Lucinda.
All right.
We've seen posts that were like 9 months old.
I know.
Fuck.
I know.
Okay, so this happened 2 days ago.
Yes.
Fair. All right.
2 days ago, I found his blog/page on some question and answering site he more or less uses as a personal confession or of diary of sorts.
Whoa. He goes online and admits shit and doesn't have a password or doesn't
apparently not. He has a whole blog that he just uses the diary.
That's almost like leaving your Facebook Messenger open. Right? And then getting caught by your wife chatting with an old college friend, and then you pretend like they became a transition.
Yeah, exactly.
It's almost like that.
It's almost like that.
You know what else it's almost like? It's almost like finding out 2 days ago that your sister-in-law is going to move in with you.
With her kid.
Right. And her dog. Her stinky old-ass birdie dog. And eat all your food and leftovers.
And you're going to have to also play dad.
And babysit.
Yeah.
That's right. It's almost like that.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
almost like
First
that.
one. Sorry, I'm late. My bad. Okay.
All right. She said, what I discovered there terrified me. He openly describes how he baby trapped me when we first met. He was an older man. He was estranged from his first wife at the time. This is what he all wrote, right? I was clueless and desperate, a college dropout with a baby only 6 months old, living with my parents. He charmed my parents. He charmed my sister and her husband. He held my son and was so caring to us at the time. My whole family was poor, and he offered to help out, and he followed through on that. He bought me milk, diapers, medicines, and gave me expensive jewelry. Then I got pregnant. I was just 21, and my first pregnancy had been unplanned and a C-section, and I was terrified. But he talked me into keeping the baby and said he'd always help me, said he'd marry me, and that he was the love of my life, that he would divorce his wife soon. And he did. He divorced her, he married me, and we moved to his country and had 3 more kids. With his first wife, he had 3. He adopted my firstborn and then the other 3 we had.
Damn.
His family is rich, and he has a good job through their connections. Although he doesn't do a lot, to be honest, but he is...
Okay.
But he's very good at pretending to be busy. Now, in this blog, he writes that he selected his first wife because of her intelligence.
Hold on, brother's got 6 kids. He's busy as fuck.
He is.
I mean,
7 is with his adopted one. Yeah.
But I put him beside the adopted.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Okay?
Yeah.
He's busy all the
He
time.
is. No, he is. But all right. He never finished university, and she went to a prestigious university, and he wanted smart children. He poked holes in his condoms and stealthed her, what you were talking about, I guess. Okay. Yeah. She got pregnant. They had a shotgun marriage, 3 kids, and 2 postpartum depressions later, she left him. He has her diagnosed with some mental illness and ends up getting custody with help of his family. After this, he selected me because of my looks and me being younger. Rinse, repeat. It turns out I am just an object to him. I never felt fully at ease, but I also couldn't explain why I never felt fully at ease.
Yes, she could. She just only wants to, she's only admitting it now, but there's no way she didn't understand.
Exactly. It was just something I felt, but I was constantly gaslit even by my own family and friends if I brought it up because of how generous he was and how he charmed them. I second-guessed myself a lot. I gave myself the benefit of the doubt. Eventually, I just sort of settled into the whole motherhood thing, decided to give it my all. He even wrote on his blog that he was happy I had a baby already because this time she would not think of me as the one who ruined her life because another dude already had knocked her up. It's all just so gross, but I can't stop scrolling and reading his thoughts too. There's so much of it. He's not the person I thought he was or not the person he pretended himself to be all these years. I am 100% sure his ex was never crazy, like he portrayed her, but another gaslit victim. I'm super confused and I don't know what to do here. I also don't have a job. I'm a full-time mother, so this is a scary situation to be in. What do I do here? I don't even know how to begin with all of this.
Well, I don't know what country they're in.
Right. I don't know. They moved to his country.
Right. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's Canada or if that's like fucking France.
Right.
And I don't know what the rules are there for support and obligations.
Yeah.
If they were here in the States, especially in California, I'd feel pretty confident to say he's going to be paying support for you and the kids for a long time.
Yeah.
And given his income and his wealth, and it's probably not going to be,
it's not going to be this. Yeah.
Right, it's not going to be insufficient.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, this may be the worst possible advice I can give, but without knowing more and what her rights may be, just fucking stick it out.
But what if he leaves her like he left the other one?
I understand. Then get support. What else can you do?
Yeah.
Right? Make sure that you have your own physician.
Yeah, make sure
that you are tested and diagnosed separately and privately.
And more...
Make sure you monitor and write down your thoughts.
Exactly.
And so they show that you are of sound mind, coherent. I mean...
Make those frequent, too.
Yeah. I'm a little disappointed in bro for leaving this shit out there and open.
And just telling the internet this.
Well, she's going on Reddit, but he's like going like his diary.
Yeah.
But honestly, it doesn't shock me because wealthy, pretentious people don't think anything can happen to them.
Yeah, no.
But really, they just think they're like fucking bulletproof.
Yeah.
Right? They can't be touched.
Exactly.
And that's the key here. Okay? Billy Joel, because I don't know if the country name's from France, like, Billy Joel or whatever the fuck.
Right.
Okay? He just thinks he's untouchable. He's like, yeah, my family's got money, and I know how to deal with this, and I gaslit that first bitch, and I'll take it, okay?
I got the smart bitch, and I got the pretty bitch.
Right. So, seems like the pretty one could be smart, too.
It seems like it, yeah.
Just take these few little steps, honey, okay? And again, document the fact that you are of sound mind.
Yes.
Okay? That,
You might want to document what you found on
right.
there too.
Yes.
Somehow,
fucking print it.
Yep.
If you can get into it, fucking screenshot it, print it, take a picture of it,
and
whatever.
You should make a file and leave that with your mother.
100 or a USB drive.
Something.
Give it to the newspaper, whatever.
Yeah.
He's famous.
Exactly.
Whatever. Or yes, have insurance.
Have someone else have them, just
whatever.
in case.
Somebody you trust. Somebody that's not connected to them.
Exactly.
Okay,
that's true. His parents are like under his charm.
Right. Somebody that can't be bought off.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe ship it back to your family here in the U.S.
Well, no, her family is also. Remember, she said I can't tell my family because they're all charmed by him.
Well, I understand. She's gonna have a best friend or something.
She has to have somebody.
Or just hide it and hope he never finds it.
Yeah.
Keep a USB drive with all these files. You're 100% right. That's all you can do. Mm-hmm. And again, just sort of you suck it up. And the other thing I can say, honestly, is whatever country you're in, I bet you they have lawyers.
Yeah.
Talk to
yeah.
And find someone in like a couple of towns over that may not know this family, right? Just in case the confidentiality rules are a little different in fucking Bolivia.
Exactly.
Okay, and deal with it. That's how you deal with this issue. Mm-hmm. Wow, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah. And he's just writing it.
I can't get past like the fucking diary thing.
Yeah.
Why?
He has an online diary where he's telling everybody what he's done.
Yeah, it's just stupid. I mean, maybe this is in his way sort of therapeutic.
Maybe like it feels better.
A little bit of guilt.
Yeah.
So he's sort of like processing, but
maybe
still, like, I would.
It's weird.
And let me just tell you, okay? And I can say this first of all with 100% certainty.
Okay.
I don't have any secret kids. I don't have a secret blog.
Right.
Right. Or I don't keep a digital diary.
Okay.
But if I did, I wouldn't do it at home.
No, and not leaving it on the family computer or whatever.
Like my significant, my girl, my daughter, Jen, all these people are home. Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
This is a 4.8. Sorry, 4.8.
4.8.
Dingleberry asshole, because no matter how wealthy you are and how slick you are, you're fucking dumb.
Exactly.
Why would you think that somebody who's home with kids all day wouldn't fucking go on a computer?
Exactly.
And
there's 6 kids at home.
Right. If anything, he puts on the fucking online Blues Clues or some
exactly.
shit. I just dated myself too with that show, but you know.
I like
Elmo,
Blues
whatever the
Clues.
fuck it is. Okay, for fuck's sake, I used to do that. I used to put on like Elmo on my phone, for the kids, like because they used to play and hold shit, anything to give me like 10 fucking
exactly.
minutes. Okay, so for all those reasons, Billy's a 4.8 Dingleberry asshole.
Yep.
Lucinda, you have a shot of redemption here.
Exactly.
Just be smart. And you can be stealthy this time.
Exactly.
By stealthy, I just mean secretive. Beyond the DL.
Yeah.
Right?
You did.
Thank you.
You did.
Beyond the low.
You did. You got it. Yeah. Okay. You got it.
Bam. There you go.
All right. Well, that's all the stories.
It's almost like taking a cruise to the Bahamas, getting off, and just finding the fucking towel boy that will hit it with you wrong.
Exactly.
And even when he said.